Hey y'all! So today I'm going to give you an in-depth eyebrow tutorial, how I fill mine in and shape them. I feel like every time I get a compliment on my eyebrows, it's always followed up with, are they yours? And I'm like, at first I used to think it was kind of offensive, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like, well, if you can't tell whether they're filled in or whether they're natural, then I'm doing a good enough job at making sure that they're perfected, but still looking natural. And kind of as a segue, I really want to preface this video and kind of my entire channel as a whole. I'm personally not really into the whole like Instagram eyebrow. I think it's beautiful. I respect the artistry. I think, you know, makeup is such a expression of yourself, and it truly is so beautiful. It's just not me. You're not going to see me do these very harsh angled eyebrows with a ton of concealer and, you know, like eyeliner that can cut a bitch. It's just not my personal style, and while I do respect it and think that it is beautiful, it's just not me. So I kind of want to let you know, for any of the looks that I do on my channel, I really want them to be geared towards, you know, girls who are everyday girls who are just learning some tips and tricks and, you know, want to wear things that are really wearable and, you know, just learn from my channel and find out some cool stuff. And that's just, while I do think it's beautiful, it's just not who I am. I'm really more into like the glowy, natural, fresh skin, you know, perfect but natural brows. That's just kind of who I am, and that's kind of who I'm going to stay. You know, I don't do these very harsh contours, and it's not me. So I just want to go ahead and preface that and kind of let you know that if that's what you're looking for, this isn't the right channel. But if you are looking for kind of the more everyday girl, then I'm your girl. So that said, I want to go ahead and just show you the products that I'm going to use today and what you would need for them. And the first thing is an angled brush. Mine is beat to hell because this thing is so old, but I will never give it up until it craps out on me. I love it. I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. And I am going to use just a good brush that you can kind of put them in place and do what you need to with that. Super important, a nice dense one. And then the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. So the very first thing I'm going to do is brush my brows up into place. And then I'm going to pick up a very small amount of product. You can always add more. It's better to start with less and then go in. I'm going to start at the middle, kind of at the arch of my brow. I used to start in the beginning of my brow, and then I kind of looked at pictures and I felt like I was getting a little bit too heavy-handed. I really wanted to back away from that. So starting at the middle of the brow, you're just going to kind of create that shape that you want. Like that. And then create the tail. And then basically use your product that's on the brush to go back and kind of fill things in. And I picked this thing up 100 times because you're going to want to, if you use a nice dense one, it's going to move that product if you have too much or whatever, and it really helps kind of keep things looking really, really natural. It's going to pick up that extra product and make sure that you're not getting like a heavy, heavy brow. So that is just not ideal. And then filling on the top. So once you kind of map out what you want, you basically just go back and fill it in. And I think the easiest way, obviously, is accepting what kind of brows you have. Accept your shape. You know, you can obviously try to mimic other things, but as a general rule, accept what you have and work with that. The best way to know how your brows should look is starting at your nostril, coming up. That is where the beginning of your brow should start. Taking from your nostril and going through your eye, in the center of your eye, and this is where the arch of your brow should be. Doing the nostril and turning it towards the end of your eye right there, and that is where your brow should end. It's really a general rule of kind of where things should be in terms of placement, and that'll really help you from like over tweezing or making sure that the person who's waxing you or whatever you're doing is going to be aesthetically pleasing. That's kind of the general rule, is to know where things should be. No sperm brows, people. They are not cute. They were never cute. Anyway, so now I'm just going to pick up a little bit more product, and starting at the inner portion now, what I'm going to do is just place it right here at the beginning, kind of create that line right there, and then turn my brush up and fill that in. And what this is going to do is help feather it and keep the front, you know, more natural. It's not going to be as heavy and thick and filled in as the rest of the brow. And that's how your brow should look. So going back to the brush again, and pick this thing up as many times as you feel like you need to really create that perfect look. All right. And I like how that looks. So what I'm going to do is just take some clear brow gel. And this is nice too, because it again kind of helps everything look a little more natural. Just go ahead and just comb these in. I comb them up and then kind of just really lightly go like that. And then it really looks like your brows are filled in and they just look really nice and clean. Moving on to the other side, same thing. Pick up additional products. Starting on the middle of the brow. Mapping it out. And then I really think that creating that shape first, coming underneath, coming down, and then going into the top and creating that tail really kind of just makes it so much easier. And then all you have to do is go in and fill it in. And like I said, turn the brush. When you start getting right here towards the front of the brow, start turning your brush and kind of just working it upward in those strokes. And it really just gives it that so much more natural hair appearance. And turning it up. And going in with this as many times as you need. And just really kind of seeing, do you need to add more product or do you just need to kind of disperse the product? But really making sure that it still looks like hair. You know, you don't want to look like you're just putting eyeliner all over your brows. At least I don't. Another thing you want to remember, to at least drive you not crazy, is they are sisters, not twins. And, you know, even my brows, all the time, I'm like, one brow looks better than the other, and that's just life, you know? I could sit here all damn day trying to make them exactly the same, but who's got time for that? So, just going in with the clear brow gel on this one. And combing it through. And then another little trick is once that brow gel dries, if you still feel like they're a little bit too extra, you can go in with a little bit of powder on your beauty blender or your beauty sponge, whatever, and just kind of pounce over it, and that'll powder them down just a smidge and take down any of that extra, you know, like shine or anything that could be from. So you powder them really lightly over, and it just gives them that extra natural appearance. So I hope that this helped you, and please give me any of your feedback in your comments. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.